Hello there and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Today's video is a short one just to get into the swing of things again. It's all about printing family portraits into picture frames that I picked up from a flea market. So the actual ratio from length to height to width is a bit bizarre and different in each frame. And I just struggle a bit getting this done in the crop module. The idea being that I want to get out of Darktable a picture that has the exact width and length that I want in centimeters, and then assemble them into one big TIFF file that I can send off to the printers, and then I can have the pictures cut out and put into the frames. So I did discover something new in the crop module that I'd like to share with you, so follow me. Right, so here we are in the light table of Darktable. In the center here I have made a little image showing the frame sizes I need. So there we are. In big, 13 by 18, 8.5 times 11, and 24.8 times 12.6. Yes, I said they were all frames. Right, well, rather than showing you some of my family photos, I've taken some random photos. The method is the same, of course. So let's say we want to show one photo in 13 by 18. Let's take a photo of this dog here, 13 by 18. So the picture has been edited. What I want to do is go in the crop tool. So the crop tool here, if I open it, you'll notice that there's a list of, here, if you click on freehand, you have a list of all the crops that are pre-programmed in the tool. And if I calculate 13 by 18, I could find that it's approximately, so here we have the ratios. So 8 by 10 is 1.2, 5 by 4 is 1.25. You have all the crop ratios in ascending order here. But if I work out, so always the longest side divided by the shortest, 18 divided by 13, it's a crop of 1.3846. So I could approximate it by 5 times 7 and get something close, but that's not really what I want. So I was wondering how to do this, and it is explained if you read the documentation, but you can actually enter a custom crop. If you open the list and just start typing 13 and colon 18, and you can see here that what I've typed, oh, that's an arrow. New tool, sorry. Here, there. 13 by 18. I'll do that again. What fun. 13 by 18. If I type that in and press enter, then I get the 13 by 18 crop size. And it is written here, 18 colon 13, 1.38 with the decimals that are not there. Anyway, let's just say I want to do a crop like this. I won't spend a long time doing it. So the crop is done. And what I'm going to do now is export this photo. So file on disk. I'll put it in a folder called frames, JPEG. Let's do a 90 quality. And here, underneath in the global options, you can have in pixels, it would be in standard, it would be like this. But you can actually do it in centimeters or inches. I'll do it in centimeters. 300 dpi is what I asked at the printing shop I go to, the local photo shop, 300 dpi. And I want something which will be 18 long and by 13. Now I don't have to put in anything, I can just leave a 0. That is a good way to check actually if the crop has worked properly. So I'll just put 18 as the first length, no upscaling. The profile, I'll leave it to image settings for the moment. I might have to change that. Usually at the printers, if I do things in sRGB, which is exactly the image settings I have, I'm fine for colors. And I'll export. And then it's exported one picture. And if I go to my desktop here, I'm going to frame. Here we are. I have one picture here, the photo. And I have the size in pixels, the resolution. And what I'll do is I'll open this with Affinity Photo. And I have the picture in Affinity. Now I use Affinity. Don't use GIMP. I'm waiting desperately for GIMP 3.0 to come out to try it again, but I get completely lost with GIMP. So I did buy Affinity Photo 2 a while ago, and I use it for this kind of stuff. So document, and if I go to resize document, I have the size in pixels, and if I go in centimeters, I have exactly 18 by 13. I'm not going to resize that. That picture is the exact right size. What I can do is have a new, I'll have a new image made, 60 centimeters by 40, 300 DPI, which I can create. And now if I go back to the first photo, I will select it and copy and paste. And then with the move tool, I actually have my photo, so I can make a big canvas. And if that is printed, this is 60 centimeters wide. And if I print this, I will get an exact 18 by 13 photo, which can be cut out and put straight into the frame. Now, I managed to get the cursor with a ring around it so you can follow me better. Let's get into Darktable. Now, the second photo needs to be 8.5 centimeters times 11. Now, you can actually get tricked with this. Let's take another dog, crop tool, freehand, just hover in the middle there and type 11 colon 8.5. So that appears here, and that's done. And so type enter, and here it's written 11 colon 8, crop ratio 1.36. Now, there will be a problem because I said I wanted 11 by 8.5. It's not written, which doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Let's see exactly what it is. So let's crop there. Go back into my export here. Now the highlighting isn't working anymore. Highlight cursor. So I want it to be 11 on the long side, and I'll just export that. Exporting one image. That's done. Get back to this picture here. Open with Affinity Photo. Let's check the size of the document. Resize. Go into centimeters. I am at 11 by 8, which was what was written in the crop tool, but not what I want. So how do I get around that? If it doesn't want to take into account any decimals, well, this way is where we'll do a little bit of maths to get this correct. I'll reset that. And I'm just going to say that 8.5 times 11, if I multiply everything by 2, then 8.5 times 2 is 17, and 11 times 2, 22. I'm going to open the list and do 17 times 22. So what I've done is I've doubled the actual numbers I wanted. The ratio will be the same. So 17 by 22. Let's enter. Try that again. Okay, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. There we are. But I am going to export the width. I'm going to keep the 11 here. So hopefully I'll get something which will be the right dimensions. And this is the second one. Open the new one here. And document, resize document. Oh, sorry, pixels to centimeters. And I have 11.01. I think we're okay for 1/10 of a millimeter by 8.5. So that's worked. And now I'll cancel that. I can select the image. Control C for copy. Control V or Command V for paste. And this one is now smaller because this is 11 by 8.5, so much smaller. This is for the very small frame, and that will fit in beautifully. Let's do a last one just to make sure that we know what we're doing. The last frame needs to be 24.8 times 12.6. So I'll just do this. I think Control Q does it, and I will do 248 times 1, 2, 6. I'll just multiply by 10. what I did here, I did 17, the double of 8.5 times 22. But I could easily have done 85 by 110. Just multiply by 10 or by 100, you'll get exactly what you want. 248 times 126 is what I want. So let's go back to the image that I want to crop. 248 times 126. Go to this picture here, crop, open the list, click on freehand, 248 by 126. There we are, the crop has appeared. Now it's written 124 by 63. Well, that is exactly right because 124 is exactly half of 248 and 63 is half of 126. So it's simplifying the fractions. Yippee. 24.8 here, set size. That is the width. Normally, I should get 12.6 centimeters. So I'll export that. Exporting one image. That's done. This is the new one. Open with Affinity Photo. Check the size. I recommend you always check what you're doing. Pixels, centimeters. 24.81. I wanted 24.8. 12.6. That's exactly right. So cancel that. Command Control A to select. Command Control C to copy. Go back into my frame there. And Control Command V to print. And then I could lay this out. I could spend a bit of time doing this. And then what I'll do to save on money is I will actually, if I send this picture here to be printed, then the print is rolls of 60 centimeters, then you pay per unit of area. So the more paper you use, the more you pay. So you'd need to fit this in as tightly as possible. I could fit a tiny picture in here if I wanted to, and that'd be the right price or best price. Okay, so there we are. That is it for this cropping video. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.